What's up, ass faces? Welcome back to Lab Session 127, episode 127, Bet with Juice. Thank you guys for tuning in on this Monday afternoon. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I know I did. There was a bunch of golf that was played Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We had a ball. Ryan Fox himself had a ball. We should have live bet him on Saturday. I felt it in my gut, but I didn't do it. He ran away with the tournament yesterday, got that little birdie on 18, got the job done at the Open. Congratulations to Ryan Fox. I do want to go recap from Friday night. Thought I looked it over on Saturday. I was pretty freaking spot on. Besides the guys not all cashing for us, all of my everything I said basically came true. Except, like I said, Yoshida, terrible game. Michael Harris, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs against, I believe, Cal Quantrill. Cal Quantrill, and I told you guys he was going to get absolutely rocked against the Braves. 15-1. I believe he had 8 hits and 6 earned runs on his slate that day, just Friday night. And then TJ Rumfield from Colorado needed 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. He only got 1 for us. Couldn't get the job done. Weird game for them. Troy Melton. Told you guys he could have 9 strikeouts. He obviously got the job done. 9 Ks against the Anaheim Angels. And then Dominic Canzoni. You bitch. You did not get the job done. I am not betting any Mariners for the rest of the season. They're forever banned, every single one of them. Maybe Cam Young or Carson Young, whatever his name is. I think he's a lefty. Maybe him. Maybe. That's about it. I think actually on that game that I'm talking about, I think he's the one that got their only run. Oh, no, they didn't score at all that game. Yeah, 0-7 against San Fran. Absolute garbage. Like I said, we are leaving Mariners players alone for a long time. Hideki, I just saw his name when he was doing so good. And then he fell apart. He decided to fall apart really bad Sunday morning. It seems to be what he likes to do this entire golf season that we've been watching him, but I won't give up on him. We'll keep betting him. We love our samurai Hideki Matsuyama. We have 15 games. We have a lot of games on the MLB slate today. Got the notebook locked in. We got 4 gentlemen going on the main slip, keeping it as simple as possible. I went back and forth. I did my homework, so you guys don't have to. You guys watch this, tail the bets. And then we got 3 gents on the Yabo slip as well. I do want to talk about UFC, because there was a couple of good fights on Saturday night. Dricus du Plessis got the job done against Kamaru in that main event. Christian Leroy Duncan looked pretty good against Jared Cannonier. Chase Hooper, absolute dog. We called that submission in the first round, except we couldn't get Jared to get a knockout, and then we would have had Dricus du Plessis. We would have gotten the job done. Don't care about that one. Tommy Millen, that's a name to watch out for. He called his shot at the end of his fight, and he put on a show. Other than that, that card was pretty butt. Not gonna lie. The card was very boring. The soccer games were very boring. Congratulations to Spain. You guys got the job done. I'd rather see them win than Argentina. So, we move on. We get locked in on today's MLB slate. First game up on the slate, you got Twins versus the Guardians in Cleveland. You got a little bit of a pitcher's duel. You got Joe Ryan on the mound for the Twins and Mr. Tanner Bibby on the mound for the Guardians. They got it at 7.5 total runs scored. I don't trust any of these lineups right here. Just for the simple fact that Joe and Tanner are dogs, they're animals. So should be a pitcher's duel, as well as the next game, sort of kinda. You got Brandon Ashcraft, who's been pitching really good this year. I used to fade him all last year, but he's been doing all right. You got Ashcraft versus Ryan Weathers for New York. They are in the Bronx. Real quick, we did not sweep them. Tim, if you're watching this, We didn't sweep them, but we did get 2 out of 3. I was looking at the wrong score, but New York has some things to figure out. It's not rocket science. They should not be starting Volpe anymore. Jazz is whatever, but they should not be starting Volpe anymore. It's that simple. Not rocket science. Like I said, Ashcraft versus Ryan Weathers. I wouldn't call this a pitcher's duel, but I don't necessarily trust anybody except Brian Reynolds in this Pittsburgh lineup. He is on the yaboooooo slip. First gentleman going on the home run slip. Brian Reynolds, switch hitter from Pittsburgh. I think he takes advantage of Mr. Ryan Weathers. Like I said, he is 3 for 4 against Ryan. And then obviously on the other side, I don't trust any of the New York's lineup. The Yankees lineup, sorry. Just not right now in the spot that they're in. They're coming off the All-Star break. They did all right. They did okay, but they have some stuff to figure out after losing against us 2 out of those 3 games. So, Brian Reynolds get the job done. Rays versus Jays. Skipping over that game, you do have Mr. Nick Martinez, Dylan Cease on the mound. I don't like saying pitcher's duel 8 times throughout the freaking episode, but this could be a little bit back and forth. These guys should ball out. And also, I don't like taking any Jays offensive props. And every time I do take a Rays player, they go 0 for 4. So we're leaving this game alone, going ahead and skipping it. Orioles versus Red Sox. Next game up. This was supposed to be the first gentleman going on our slip. Ceddanne Rafaela from the Red Sox going against Shane Baz on the mound for the Orioles. And then you got Peyton Tolley on the mound for the Red Sox. Rafaela's been hot, but it's going to be that one day that I freaking decide to bet on him. It's going to bite me in the ass. It was 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, and it was like a little green gobby. So it's like, he's supposed to get this. He's going to get this. Juice, just bet on it. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. Seems a little sketch against Shane Baz. Like I said, coming off the All-Star break. Shane hasn't been pitching great, but I believe he gets locked in Fenway Park. Boston's in one of those little slumps too. It's weird. It's not clicking right now. There's going to be some moves made before the trade deadline. I think Baltimore locks in tonight, gets the job done. So we're leaving Rafaela off the main slip. He is going on a lotto slip later on in the night. That doesn't make sense. I was going to take Taylor Ward, our guy from Shadow Hills. I was going to take him for 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs against Peyton Tolley. He is 2 for 2 against Peyton, batting in that leadoff spot. So, if you mess with Taylor Ward, fuck with them, go ahead and bet him. 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, or a double. Bases, maybe gets a home run tonight. We're going to stay away, though, respectfully. Next game up, you got Padres versus Braves. This is one of the ones that I was going back and forth. I almost put them on the main slip to go over total runs scored in this game. At 7.5, they have it at 9, so total of 10. I was going to put 7.5, 8 runs. But you got J.P. Sears versus Bryce Elder on the mound. For being honest, I don't think Padres get anything done tonight in Atlanta, and I think Bryce, same thing. We're coming back from All-Star break. I think Bryce gets locked in, has 6 to 7 strikeouts against the Padres tonight. It's a little bit of a slower game, but maybe the bullpen messes this up, and then, like I said, you get the over. But we're leaving it alone. Mets versus Brewers. Next game up, first gentleman actually, going on the main slip. You got Jose Quintana. No, Peralta. I think it's Peralta. Yeah, Freddie Peralta on the mound for the Mets versus Jacob Mizorowski for the Brewers. My heart wanted to go with Jacob Miz for strikeouts. My gut's telling me go Garrett Mitchell. Go with the hot bat. Jacob can have a great game tonight. Mets somehow, Frank the Tank, you got to be positive sometimes, right? Take the positive out of this. Maybe they do get to Jacob tonight. Maybe they don't, and he has 10 strikeouts, and you guys absolutely suck. But I guarantee you, if I look at it right now and go back to it, I'm going to show you guys. Might as well. Nope. Wrong app. I don't want to be on Instagram. Bunch of thirst traps over there. Let's go to Jacob. I just want to see it real quick. I'm just curious. And of course, my phone's going as slow as possible. Jacob Mizarowski. So 6.5 strikeouts, then 8.5. Yeah, so he would need 9 just to get us across the board. I guess we could do 10. That wouldn't be terrible. It just feels like one of those nights that he like does not get to 9 or 10. He gets a 7 or 8. He has a good game, but he does not get to 9 or 8. And it's like, oh, well, we messed that one up. We thought about it too much. That's why we're going Garrett Mitchell, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs on the night. Batting, I believe, in the 4 spot, 5 spot. That's 5 spot. Double check. Excuse me. In the 5 spot. Batting behind Contreras and in front of Vaughn and Bowers. It's a great spot for Garrett. I'm not going to say this is my favorite prop of the day. This is my second favorite prop of the day. Definitely. Garrett Mitchell, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Next game up, you got Giants versus Royals. Next jet going on the main slip. We got a total of 10.5 runs scored tonight in Kansas City. Zach, what's going on in Kansas? Let me know, because this one doesn't make sense to me. 2 non-existent offensive teams, I guess, in the first half of the season. Somebody's saying something. Trevor McDonald, Michael Wacha on the mound for both teams. We're not fading Michael Wacha. We are fading Trevor McDonald from the Giants. Both teams are not doing too great. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I was going back and forth and debating if I was going to leave this gentleman off the slip. But this is one of those things. This is one of those props that you take and you're like, you saw it. You saw it happen. I'm banking on it happening in the first at-bat. And if not, this guy better get 2 singles or a double or a home run in the second or third at-bat. Get it done. Carter Jensen, 1.5 total bases. Batting in that leadoff spot, the lefty for Kansas City, the catcher. This is... Okay. Salvador Perez is usually their catcher. They're playing him in that DH spot a lot lately. Carter Jensen, he's next up for the Kansas City Royals. Been hot. Bat's been hot, and we're trusting him to stay on that track. Get the job done, Carter Jensen. I was this close to taking his double, which is what I expect him to get. But I got to be smart. Maybe he gets a single later on in the game. Maybe he gets a home run, but we got to be smart on this. This could bite me in the freaking butt. No, it shouldn't, because either way, I was going to take 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, or the double or the 1.5 bases. We're taking 1.5 total bases. Carter Jensen, get the job done against Trevor. White Sox versus Rangers. No thanks. We're skipping that game. I really wanted to fade Eric Feedy, but we're not doing it. He's been okay so far these last couple games, and I don't feel like fading him anymore. Then you got Jacob deGrom on the mound for the Rangers. So this game should be a low-scoring game for both teams. Tigers versus Cubs. Next game up. Very hesitant to take Kevin McGonigal. He is going against Jameson Taillon from the Cubbies. And then you got Jack Flaherty on the mound for Detroit. Like I said, I wanted to go Kevin McGonigal, the lefty, batting in that leadoff spot. He's in a good spot right now, but we're taking him for 1 hit on the lotto slip. I'll show you guys later, but he's not going on the main slip tonight. Marlins versus Astros. Next game up in Houston. Jansen Junk versus Ronel Blanco. Ronel Blanco is having his first start of the season. We're leaving this game alone. I don't think the Marlins are able to lock in quickly enough against Blanco. I think he has an okay game, unfortunately. And Jansen Junk is going to be throwing some junk tonight against the Astros, as long as they're not banging any trash cans. Jansen Junk should have 6-7 strikeouts tonight. Should be a low-scoring game over there in Houston. Next game up, you got Nats versus Rockies in Colorado. Very, very, very high-scoring game. That is why we're taking our guy for the next dude on the main slip, Mr. Curtis Mead. Also going on the home run slip, the Yabo slip. Curtis Mead, 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs. This was another one where we're going back and forth. I wanted to make it make sense with Carter Jensen. We're going 1.5 hits, runs, or sorry, 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs. We were going to go bases because Curtis Mead is very capable of doing that tonight in Colorado. Easily get a double, easily get a home run tonight. Like I said, right there, Curtis on the home run slip. Just trying to play this safe. Guess I'm being a little bitch. I'm playing it safe, making sure that Curtis gets on base one time, gets in, that's a run, RBI, then he gets a hit later in the game. I don't know. I'm just trying to be smart about this. There's a billion ways I could have gone. Okay, 3 different ways I could. Not a billion. 3 ways. Could have gone his bases, which doesn't pay out anything. That's not why we didn't take it. We didn't take it because it just doesn't make any sense. I think he might get walked tonight. His bat's been on fire. Like I said, we obviously have him for the home run. So we're hoping that he gets the job done. 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs. A's versus D-backs. Next game up in Arizona. We're skipping it. I just put a big old nope on there. You got, let's see. It's not JT, but let's see. A's versus D-backs. Big old nope. You got Jeffrey Springs versus Micah Bratt. Micah Bratt. Mika Bratt. No, Mitch. It's just Mitch. It's Mitch Bratt. Total is at 9 tonight in Arizona. I just don't think there's anything going to happen tonight. I think this Mitch guy has a okay game. And then Jeffrey Springs is able to get the job done against the D-backs. The reason why I don't want to take any D-backs from now on, I saw something from Ketel Marte I don't like seeing. And it's as simple as that. So I will not be taking any of their props for a long time. I think he wants to get traded. I don't think he wants to be in Arizona anymore. That team, I mean, they're not doing terrible. But if you're Ketel Marte, I think you probably want to go and try and play for a championship somewhere. Corbin Carroll's pretty loyal. So he'll be there for a long time. Ketel Marte, you could tell he doesn't want to be there. He wants the out there in Arizona. Next game up, you got Reds versus Mariners. This is a pitcher's duel, if you ever ask me. Andrew Abbott versus George Kirby. No runs scored in this game. I see it 2-1, 3-2 in the favor of the Cincinnati Reds. I think they get some runs tonight against Kirby, but I don't trust any of these lineups. Every time I do, Canzoni the other night, he messed it up. He sucks. And I said Peroni. It's pierogies. You said pierogies on the ship. Fire, though. Next game up. Second to last game on the freaking notebook. Cardinals versus Angels. We do got our last gent on this game. Just like Mr. Shizballs. Damn it. What's his name? It's right here. It's coming out. Troy Melton. Yeah, I would not guess that right. Just like Troy Melton the other night against the Angels, they're a strikeout machine. They just love striking out. So we're going Kyle Lehigh from the Cardinals. I was saying for a while, no tarps off, but Kyle needs some tarps off. In Anaheim tonight against the Angels, we got 5.5 strikeouts on the night for Kyle Lehigh against the Angels. And then you got Dodgers versus Phillies in Philadelphia. Not the last game of the night. They start around in about an hour or so, but it's the last game on the slate. Because I saved the best for last. You guys already know that. Ladies and gentlemen, notebook signed off by your boy Juice. Positive vibes only. That's the 15 games. We are locked in. We're dialed in. Let's go in and lock into the main slip right here on Price Picks. Garrett Mitchell, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs against Freddie Peralta. Carter Jensen against Trevor McDonald, 1.5 total bases. Curtis Mead, 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs against Kyle Freeland, the lefty, who is absolutely basura. Basura! That means trash. Absolute trash. Curtis Mead, go ahead and go Yabo for us tonight. Kyle Lehigh, 5.5 strikeouts on the night against Anaheim. In Anaheim. They're not Los Angeles. They're in Anaheim. Been there. It's Anaheim. It's not LA. $15.23 to win $220.84. That is the main slip on Prize Picks for the night. Ladies and gentlemen, we are dialed. And like I said, I never went over Wilyer, ABREU from the Red Sox, but Brian Reynolds, Wilyer, and Curtis Mead. To go Yabo. I was say I don't have the slip, but I just got it right now. Brian Reynolds, Wilyer Abreu, and Curtis Mead all to leave the yard tonight. $5 to win $608.58. There it is. Read it and weep. Ladies and gentlemen, we got an hour to lock those in if you guys want to tell that. Brian Reynolds, Wilyer Abreu, Curtis Mead. Bye ball. And then I did want to show you guys the lotto. I said I was going to have some of these guys in the slip. Just going to read it off. You got Sedan Rafaela, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Dodgers money line. Padres versus Braves, over 7.5 total runs scored. Garrett Mitchell, 2 total bases. Carter Jensen to hit a double. Kevin McGonigal to get a hit. Buddy to show up on stream and just totally butcher this. Curtis Mead, 2 total bases. Kyle Lehigh, 5+ strikeouts against Anaheim. $3 to win $578. Just a little lotto. Kind of takes away, not takes away, but kind of differs from that prize pick slip. Kind of puts us in a good position to maybe win some. Maybe win some little, some. All right. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Miller Lite. Sponsor boy already. Figure it out. What do I got to do? You tell me, what do I got to do for you to do? Yeah, got you there, huh? All right. What was that? Okay. Mookie said we're getting the dub against the Phillies in Philadelphia tonight, so that's good. Against Christopher Sanchez, who was kind of booty during the All-Star game. Sorry, I don't mean to just drop you, bro. He said we're going to hit the home run slip. Reynolds, Wilyer, and Curtis Mead. And we're also going to hit the main slip on Prize Picks. The 4-man, the 4-geyser on Prize Picks. Let's get the job done. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for tapping in, watching Lab Session 127, episode 127, Bet with Juice. Let's have a damn night. Let's hit some damn bets. Peace.